All right, everybody. Ready to dig into something new? I know I am, because this next one is fascinating to me. It's called HealthyCoin. And yeah, it's got that whole fitness platform thing going on, but
Yeah.
it's not just another one of those apps that's all about like getting your beach body ready. It's supposed to be way more about feeling good from the inside out and like actually enjoying the process. Plus, you can earn rewards. Okay, I'm definitely intrigued because honestly, a little extra motivation never hurt anyone, right?
Yeah, there's definitely something to that. I mean, a lot of us struggle with staying motivated when it comes to fitness, so why not get rewarded for it? And it seems like Healthy Coin really taps into that idea. It's actually pretty clever how they're doing it too. They're kind of riding this whole wave of like fitness rewards programs, but with a unique angle. They're laser focused on strength training, especially for women, which is awesome to see. And they're really pushing this whole idea of building a supportive community. That's what really makes them stand out.
Okay, so ditching the whole perfect body pressure is a great starting point. But how does Healthy Coin actually like help you feel those benefits instead of just chasing some image in the mirror? That seems like a way more powerful motivator, at least to me.
It all comes down to celebrating individual progress, which is such a healthier approach than like trying to fit into some mold, right? So basically, with Healthy Coin, you're not getting some cookie cutter program. They get that everybody is different. Instead, it integrates with those fitness apps that you probably already use, tracks your workouts, and then actually rewards you for hitting your own personal milestones, whatever they might be. Like, hey, you lifted 5 pounds heavier today than yesterday. High five. Have some HYC tokens on us.
Okay, hold on, back up a sec. HYC tokens. Before we get too far down the rabbit hole, let's break down how this whole reward system actually works.
Totally. So think of HYC tokens, like Healthy Coin's own internal currency. You earn them by doing things like, logging your workouts, participating in challenges. They even have some cool community engagement stuff that earns you tokens. And here's where it gets really interesting, those tokens. You can actually redeem them for tangible rewards. It's not just like virtual pats on the back. Think fitness gear, gift cards. I've even heard of some people donating their tokens to charity.
Wait, so you're saying like I could be working towards a new pair of running shoes just by like sticking to my workout routine? That actually sounds pretty enticing.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about this whole integration with existing apps. How seamless is it, really?
It's surprisingly smooth. They've designed it to be super user-friendly. So let's say you're already tracking your runs with like Fitbit, right? Healthy Corn can actually sync with that data and give you those rewards accordingly. No need to like switch back and forth between apps or manual log everything twice, which, let's be honest, nobody has time for that.
Okay, so no extra hassle, huge plus, especially for anyone just starting out on their fitness journey or, those of us who are technologically challenged. But we were talking about strength training. You mentioned it's a big focus for Healthy Coin, especially when it comes to women. Why is that so important, in your opinion?
Well, that's where things get really fascinating. A lot of the stuff we've been looking at really emphasizes how strength training benefits women in ways that go way beyond just how it makes you look, which is so often the focus, right? I mean, we're talking things like boosting your metabolism, building stronger bones, even improving mental toughness, believe it or not.
Whoa, wait a minute. Mental toughness from lifting weights.
Eh.
Okay, I'm definitely intrigued, but you have to explain that one a little more for me. How does that work?
Well, think about it when you push yourself physically, when you're overcoming those mental barriers to like lift that heavier weight or, I don't know, run that extra mile. It builds this inner resilience, right? And that resilience, that mental toughness, it doesn't just stay confined to the gym. It starts to spill over into other areas of your life.
So it's kind of like that feeling of, like, I did it. You get when you finally nail that yoga pose you've been working on forever, when you push through that last mile of a run you thought you couldn't finish. It's not just about your muscles, it's about that mental strength you build along the way, right?
100%. I mean, that's what I thought was so interesting. The source even gave this example. Like, imagine being able to carry all your groceries in from the car in one trip and not even break a sweat, or having enough energy to play tag with your kids in the park for hours without feeling completely wiped out. It's about building that kind of everyday strength and stamina and those benefits, they can be especially huge for women as, life goes on and things change, our bodies change.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely starting to see the bigger picture here. But let's shift gears for a sec. We've been talking a lot about the individual rewards and like that personal motivation. But, one thing that really stood out to me about Healthy Coin was how much they emphasize the community aspect of it all. How does that factor into the whole fitness journey thing, in your opinion?
Honestly, I think it's way more important than a lot of people realize. It's easy to fall into this trap of thinking about fitness as like a solo mission, you versus the treadmill, that kind of thing. But when you actually have a support system in place, like a whole group of people who are cheering you on, who get what you're going through, who share their own struggles and, celebrate their wins with you, it can be a total game changer.
So it's almost like having a workout buddy, but like on a much larger scale, right?
Yeah.
A whole virtual team in your corner, rooting for you every step of the way.
Exactly. And it's not just virtual either. I mean, HealthyCoin is really cool in that they even encourage like local meetups and challenges so you can actually connect with those people face to face if you want to, which I think is pretty unique.
Oh, wow. Didn't realize they did that. That's amazing. It's kind of like taking that feeling of, I don't know, camaraderie you get in a group fitness class or something and like extending it way beyond the gym walls.
Yeah, exactly. And research shows like that sense of belonging, that feeling like you're part of something bigger than yourself, it can be incredibly motivating because let's be honest, there are going to be days when, hitting the snooze button sounds way more appealing than hitting the gym. And having those people around you, even if it's just virtually, who get it, who are going through the same thing, can make all the difference.
I hear that. So to recap, we've got this platform that's all about like ditching this whole idea that you have to achieve some perfect body. It really focuses on all the unique benefits of strength training, especially for women. There are these like really cool rewards built in. And then on top of all that, it connects you with this awesome supportive community.
Okay, I have to say I'm pretty impressed so far.
And honestly, we've just scratched the surface. I think what's so intriguing about HealthyCoin is the way they've really thought about how all these different elements work together. It's not just another like calorie counting, step tracking app. It's more like a holistic approach to well-being.
Yeah, totally get that. Okay, so let's bring it all home for a sec. Let's say someone's listening to us right now and they're like, this sounds awesome. I'm totally on board with all of this. But maybe they're also a little intimidated. Maybe they haven't really prioritized fitness before, or they're feeling a little unsure about where to even start. What would you say is the biggest takeaway here, like the core message for them? Well, the source was super clear on this point, and this is something I always try to emphasize too. It is never too late to start, like ever. No matter your age, your fitness level, how many times you've tried and, maybe not quite gotten there before. Every single step you take towards a healthier lifestyle is a victory worth celebrating.
I love that. It's so easy to get caught up in like comparing ourselves to other people, scrolling through social media and seeing all these like fitness influencers who seem to have it all figured out. But it's so important to remember that this is your journey. This is about you and your progress. And no matter how small those steps might seem, they all add up over time. And it's not always about like those huge milestones either. It's about recognizing and celebrating all those little wins along the way too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like maybe today you, I don't know, managed to lift a slightly heavier weight than usual, or you pushed yourself to go for an extra 5 minutes on the treadmill. Those little victories, those are the things that really build up over time and create lasting change. And it seems like HealthyCoin really gets that.
Totally. It's all about building that positive feedback loop, right? Where like you achieve something, even if it's small, and you get this little reward and it just encourages you to keep going. And then before you know it, all those little things have added up to something pretty incredible.
Which brings us back to those HYC tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, the more we talk about this, the more I kind of love the idea of earning those rewards as you hit those milestones. It's like they've, I don't know, gamified getting healthy, but in a way that doesn't feel cheesy or like gimmicky.
It's gamification done right, for sure. Because, let's be real, those tangible rewards, those can be a super powerful motivator, especially at first. But the real magic, the thing that really keeps people going in the long run, is when they start to like crave those endorphins, that feeling of accomplishment you get after a great workout. And I think that's what HealthyCoin does so well. It kind of bridges that gap. It makes that whole journey towards a healthier lifestyle just as rewarding as the destination itself.
Okay, I am 100% on board with that. This whole concept has totally won me over. It's like taking those, I don't know, motivational sticky notes you used to put on your bathroom mirror and like actually turning them into something way more tangible and rewarding. But as we start to wrap up this deep dive, is there one final like thought-provoking nugget you want to leave our listeners with today? Something for them to kind of chew on, maybe while they're, I don't know, lacing up their running shoes or doing a celebratory bicep curl after this episode?
Okay, let me see. Here's a question for you to think about. If you could design your own like ideal reward system, what would be the ultimate motivator for you?
Yeah.
What kind of tangible reward would light that fire under you and make you be like, yeah, I am absolutely crushing this workout today?
Oh, that is such a good question. And it's so personal, too.
Right.
Because some people might be all about that new fitness gear, while others might be way more motivated by experiences or like even something like donating to a cause they really care about.
Exactly. And I think that speaks to what's so cool about a platform like HealthyCoin. It's all about figuring out what makes you tick, what aligns with your values and your goals, because ultimately that's what's going to set you up for success in the long run.
Could not agree more. This has been such a fascinating deep dive. And, I think we went way beyond just like the nuts and bolts of fitness tracking here. We really explored those deeper motivations and rewards that come with like truly prioritizing your well-being, which is what it's all about, really.
I'm with you on that. It's such a good reminder that fitness isn't like a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. It's about discovering what works for you, celebrating every step of that journey, and hey, maybe even earning some awesome rewards along the way, right?
Exactly. And on that note, we're going to leave you to ponder your ideal reward system. Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking those questions, and as always, keep diving deep.